for rehearsal. How you poor folks gonna make it through the winter, Uncle Tom?
Glory be, honey child. We just hope your massa will provide.
Massa? What the heck's a massa? Hold it.
No one, certainly no black cartoonist working today, would have the freedom of speech that we have had it not been for Maury Turner.
We all want the younger generation to know what came before, and we want them to appreciate the sacrifices.
Aaron McGruder, Rob Anderson, and Jerry Kraft, they continue a tradition. And Maury Turner, like Ollie Harrington and George Lee and others, are that tradition.
Present this prestigious Milton Caniff Award to you for lifetime achievement. Ladies and gentlemen, Maury Turner.
Maury being there made it a lot easier for us. None of us had to be Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson already existed.
My dad was a Pullman porter, and he had the Chicago run. He'd be away 7 days and come back. Well, when I was a kid in the 30s in Oakland, it was Depression years. But one thing, everybody was poor, but nobody knew it. My mother was a joy. She used to take the drawings I would give her and put them on the wall. My dad was a little different. He didn't think a young man should be drawing. That was not masculine enough.
Mushmouth, let me see. Where is my breakfast?
The problem in this society is that white men still dominate cultural expression. There is a very large tradition of African American comic strip art and cartoon art. Unfortunately, we have a large racist tradition where white comic strip artists and white cartoonists have portrayed African Americans as total caricatures of themselves.
Oh, Lordy, my baby done shake me for a cheap nickel. Now I's going out in the wood and suicide myself.
Didn't like that. It's makes you feel like a second-class citizen, which they probably thought to be that way. And I hated it. I absolutely hated it.
The cartoonists of the black press fought back by creating their own heroes.
Oliver W. Ollie Harrington, through his candid, boosty cartoons, earned prominence and popularity in the black community in the mid-1930s. And Tom Fielding's Tommy Traveler in the world of Negro history took the young Negro back to witness some of the proud achievements of the black past.
What makes this work so extraordinarily important is that African American artists have decided that they are going to be responsible for their own imagery, that they cannot trust other people to represent their culture. Their efforts are vital to our democratic tradition.
The first African-American strip to achieve mainstream national distribution by a major syndicate was We Pals by Maury Turner in 1964.
When you're in dire straits, as I was, looking at prejudice and segregation in the South, cartoons became even more important for me. And that's when it became even more of a tool to soothe myself and to say to other people how I felt about it.
This is Peter. He's Mexican-American. George is Oriental.
Hi, Peter.
Hi, George. This is Rocky. He's an American Indian. Hi, Rocky.
Hi, Peter.
This is Randy. He's an Afro-American, Negro, black, colored, soul brother. And what are you? Very careful.
Maury was smart enough to say, think about how kids handle race differences. Now, can you do that?
Kids are so honest and forward. They'll tell you the truth, you know? If you got bad rap, they'll say you got bad rap.
What is prejudice, Oliver? Prejudice is a hostile attitude toward any society group, Nipper. Prejudice means that the whole group is lumped together. Gosh, I didn't realize I was prejudiced. Against whom? Teach us.
Six newspapers were carrying We Pals, the day that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated. The very next week, I added 3 newspapers. I think it took about 3 months. I had triple the amount of newspapers. Then that's when the dialogue began.
Listen, fellas, I think it's a good idea.
Of course it is. Uncle Tom's Cabin makes a very strong statement about racial prejudice in the Old South.
The Old South? Hot dog.
I read We Pals in the Detroit Free Press when I was a little kid, and then when it was on TV, I kind of went nuts. I was like, oh, it's on TV. I saw people like me.
He created this multicultural cast before that word was even a topic. So he did this, and it's so visionary.
I'll ignore that remark, Sybil.
I was sure you would.
When you finish, sometimes I just like to sit down and think about those changes, because if I don't, then we take those changes for granted. Don't forget the datum, Chris.
Oh, I always forget that.
And your name. I like to be around kids. I need a list of professions. I'm gonna put cartoonists for. We can't always make huge changes, but we can make, individually we can make small changes, and as a group, all those small changes amount to a giant step.
Great news, Mom. We're all invited to a party tonight.